All right, y'all. Welcome back to Final Boss Auto Hub. We're here to do a 1 year review on the M340 2021 XDrive. And I'm just here to say, buy this shit. It's fast. And that's pretty much it. I think we got enough. Let's go, Bob. What you mean it's not enough? That's enough. We're out. You're not paying me for this. All right, y'all. I was playing around. Let's try this shit again. So, welcome to Final Boss Auto Hub, a new channel here on YouTube. As you can see, I got a 2021 M340 behind me. This is actually my car. I own it right out. And let's get into a quick review about it. I'm not going to take too much of your time, so hopefully you can like and subscribe. But let's get into it. I brought this car last September with about 17,800 miles on it. It's a 2021 BMW XDrive, all-wheel drive, as I just said before. And for the most part, it's a really fun car to own. I'm coming from a Dodge Challenger and Infiniti Q50, and it's just a completely different machine to own. As I said, the ultimate driving machine. So I'm not out here to boast different brands and to pretty much talk about why you should own a BMW and it's the ultimate vehicle and all of that. They're not paying me to do that. But if y'all do, just let me know. If y'all want me to do that, I'll do that for you. But either way, let's get started on the performance, right? So this car out of the factory has about 382 horsepower and about 363 pounds of torque. The torque comes in very low, so basically this thing is a rocket ship off the accelerator, off the line. It accelerates really fast. It pulls very hard. It doesn't have. It has a lot of guts. It doesn't just pull hard and then just falls pretty much light on you. It can kind of keep going. Um, Although I said the horsepower is about 382 out of the manufacturer, for the most part, I have seen people dyno this thing and stock. They're coming in well over 400. And I know a few people that own the car and dynoed it, and they said it definitely came over 400 horsepower. As you know, BMW is uh, infamously known to how can I say uh, underrate their power of the cars. You know what I mean? But this thing definitely accelerates really fast, really hard. It performs really well. Let's give you some other facts about the performance. The braking is pretty good. Can it be better? It could be a little bit better, but it does stop pretty good for this car size. I know this car looks a little small. It is a little small, but it got some weight. She's a little heavy. She has a little weight on her. I'm not even gonna lie to you. She's a slim thick joint. You know what I mean? Slim, but you look behind her, she got a little something on her. You know what I'm saying? But as you can see for the brakes, hopefully my hands does not get into the way. The brakes, it's a big brake kit. They do pretty well. Could it be a little bit better? Definitely could be a little bit better. And now let's talk about how she handles. She handles pretty good. Um, I'm not gonna lie, like she can feel a little bit big while you're driving. As I said, the 340 is a little bit bigger car than you think it is. She can feel a little bit big, but she definitely could go around those corners really well at high speeds. Uh, Pretty good handling, not too much body roll. Maybe just a little bit, but not too much body roll. And she can definitely go in and out of traffic. She's way more athletic than she looks. I know it looks like a classic sedan, that's made for like comfort and to show that you have a little bit of bread and you have this higher standard and whatnot. But she's very athletic. I've been into some shit driving on the highway with this car. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I was dipping in and out of traffic. Hopefully, state troopers don't see this damn video, but I was really out here wilding. Give you a story just to show you how much she performs. When I just brought her, I'm driving on a 684, which allows everyone to go about 65 miles per hour. And I'm just cruising by everyone, and I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Why is everybody driving so damn slow? I look down at the speedometer, I'm doing about a buck 15. I'm not even lying, I'm dead ass serious. Doing about a buck 15, buck 20. And I'm like, oh shit, I need to slow down. That's how fast she is. That's how athletic she is. Um, can you do some suspension work? Possibly. And let's get into that a little bit more. So now with the suspension, this car is the midline vehicle of the M3 of the 3 Series. It's slotted between the M3 and the 330. So it has a different suspension set than the 330, but it doesn't quite have the suspension like the M3. So she rides a little stiff. You hit certain cracks, certain potholes, you're gonna feel it, especially because of the tires as well. You're gonna feel it. But other than that, still a comfortable ride, still very quiet inside. You can still have a conversation, unless if you start doing all kinds of wild stuff, down pipes, uh, resonator deletes, and all kind of stuff. But other than that, she's very comfortable to drive in. Could be a little bit on the stiffer side if you have a family. Other than that, pretty solid. Um, would I do some other work? I probably would. That's going to be in another video, but I think I'm going to do some suspension work, and we'll talk about that another time. Um, let's talk about reliability. Let's get to it. Ah, shit. Ah. Woo! Some basketball knees, boy. But anyway, I got about 30 seconds before I can't stand up, so let's get into it. Let's talk about the reliability. So, you're probably going to say, well, you brought this car at 17,800 miles. It's only about 20,000 miles and some change on it. How do you know that the car is reliable? Well, for the most part, when you look up on the internet forums, you look at different videos all over YouTube and just do your deep research, there's not too many complaints about how reliable the car is. And everybody know if you got a BMW, you got to really keep up with the maintenance and keep up with all the things that you have to do to keep the car running as efficient and smoothly as possible. So with that being said, with all the research I did and me just owning the car for over a year, I have not really dealt with any issues regarding how reliable the car is and if the car is running, not running well, and all the other things you could think about. It's a pretty reliable car. And to be honest, I think I am very, how can I say, knowledgeable about reliable cars. I came from a Dodge Challenger. I got into an Infiniti Q50 3.0 twin turbo. And I'm not even going to lie to you, I didn't do anything to that engine. Only thing I did to it was an axle back exhaust, chrome delete, tinted windows, powder coat on the wheels. And that turbo went on me not one, not two, not three, not four.
Five times! Five times!
But 5 times. 5 times that turbo went out on me. 5 times. So that's 5 different times I literally had to have the car in the shop. And so much that I started complaining so much to Nissan, and they cut me a nice little check for the car. They didn't buy it back, but I got a little bit of bread off of them. And that's how I got old girl over here. But to keep it real with you, I'll keep you guys updated, but I don't think I'm going to have any real issues with this car. I don't beat my cars up. I don't drive it too hard. I drive spiritedly at times, but I don't kill my cars with mileage, and I definitely keep up with the maintenance. That's one thing I do because I like to make sure my cars are already ready to go. You feel me? And let me try to get up. Shit. Woo! Oh my God. So let's talk about maintenance. Um, that shit expensive. Yeah, man. They not lying. Don't buy a BMW if you don't got BMW money. I'm keeping it real with you. Like, I've seen some of the maintenance charges and things that have to be done to the car, and I'm not even gonna lie, I almost swanton bomb off my goddamn building because that damn thing is just super expensive. You feel me? Like, let's get into it. I'm not gonna go too much into the numbers, but I'll just give you certain examples of my experiences. Um, I went in to get an oil change, uh, tire rotation, another air filter change, and some small other thing that I had to do. The good thing is the previous owner of this vehicle had a service package on it, so it was covered under those things. The only thing I had to pay was like $100. Um, but they started to talk about the brakes, and here's when stuff get a little murky. I was informed that to do all four brakes of this thing is probably about $2,000 and some change. I'm not gonna lie, I almost hooked off on the service advisor. Almost hit him with one of those real quick. I'm not even gonna lie to you, like I really almost stole on him. It doesn't make no damn sense of why these brakes are about $2,000. Um, the tires alone on this thing is about $1,500. So then to talk about brakes is $2,000, I almost lost it. So what I did for the most part to mitigate some of those prices, I basically went along and brought myself a service package myself. Now the service package I brought don't cover the brakes, but it does a good job of covering all the smaller things, whether that's oil changes, oil filter changes, air filter changes. I mean, excuse me, tire rotations, all the smaller things that go to this car, which can add up and become very expensive. It covers most of that for about 2 years. So I think going forward, I'm gonna predominantly buy service packages for this car and probably look for different deals on the tires from a third party vendor like a Mavis, Firestone, something like that, Costco, and get pretty much uh, the same tires that come with this car for the most part. I think it's Pirellis. I could be wrong, but and try to mitigate some of the costs like that without buying the cheaper stuff. Because one thing I learned about owning a vehicle, if you try to go the cheap route, it's going to come back and bite you in the ass at some point. So if you could do it right, sometimes you got to pay to play. And please don't take that out of context. You know what I mean? I'm talking about specifically with the vehicle. And yeah, let's move on. So now regarding the exterior looks of the vehicle, I honestly think this is probably one of the best looking cars I've seen in a long time, and not because I own it. It's smooth looking. I like the details on the side right here, the little cut that it has in this area. Um, the front looks pretty good, classic BMW front, um, and just the different cuts and angles that this car gives off, especially right here on the rear. Like she's mad thick right here. You know what I'm saying? You could kind of, please don't take it in the wrong way, but you got the little haunches. She got some hips on her. She's pretty. She's a pretty good looking car. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Do I like the M3s? I love the M3s. I love the face of the M3s. I think that's a dramatic step in the right turn. I know the real enthusiasts of BMW don't like the big face grills, but on the M3s and the M4s, I think those things are just awesome looking in the front. I think Andro did like one of their front bumper customizations where they kind of have the front bumper protrudes a little bit more out, and I think that's awesome looking. Even makes the silhouette of the car looks a lot better than it normally does. But I'm not gonna lie, I really like how the M340 looks. It's a classic BMW look, with a little bit of touch of the new generation design and styling. It's smooth looking. It got thick hips, uh, great panels, great cuts, great angles. And if you're a person that's into customizing your car a little bit, if you do just enough, some side skirts, diffusers, front lips, whatever you like to do, drop it. It makes the car look even better. Um, on the other hand, I'm not going to drop this car. I live in New York City, and the streets are horrible. You got potholes the size of a 10-foot pool. You will drop your car in there, and your car will be pretty much done. It'll be total, cease to exist. And I don't need those battles with New York City or my insurance company at this point in time. So I don't think I'm going to be dropping my car. Maybe I might get bigger wheels, which might have the car sit down a little bit more. But other than that, I don't think I'm going to do anything on that kind of level. But you never know. I might wrap the car. I might get some fire ass wheels. I did a few things. If you watch the video, you might see it. The diffuser, side skirts. I'm probably going to do a front lip. I'm probably going to do a trunk sport. Who knows? But I'll make another video about what my plans are with this vehicle pretty soon. But other than that, I think the exterior, I give it a hard 8.5. To be honest, I think it's a great looking car, and if you're in the market to get one, trust me, you won't wake up in the morning feeling like, damn, I brought the wrong shit. You're gonna be excited about owning this damn car. You feel me? All right, so let's move on. Yeah, so I wanted to give you guys a quick review of a M340 and owning it for a year, and just to share some insight on how the car is and how it treated me so far, and some of the things I liked about it. And if you were in the market to possibly get one, maybe you could use this video to give you some insights, some notes that you could take down, and just some information from a real owner of the vehicle. I'm not one of those people that work for BMW or some sort of spokesman for them. So this is just a real person in real life giving you a review of the vehicle. Now, I'm not saying just go buy one because I'm telling you to buy one. What I'm saying is, it's a great vehicle. It gives you the best of both worlds, whether that is sports, performance, and comfortability with some luxury. It gives you all of those things, as well as, it's just a very great vehicle to have. I would say definitely go test drive it. And if you're in the market for one, go test drive it. Test drive all the cars that you want to like. You may really like this car, but you sit down in a TLX and you're like, I like how this one feels compared to the M340 or Infiniti Q50 or any other car that sits down in the same uh, competitive market with this vehicle. You feel me? So, you know, let me know what you guys think. Hopefully this doesn't take too much of your time. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. And, like, subscribe, comment, dislike, send me an email, hit me up, send me a message, whatever it is. And let me know what else that you want to see. You know what I mean? Thank you.